On the field, on this field, American troops under Brigadier General Daniel Morgan won a signal victory over a British force commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Bannister Colleton in January 1781. 1781. And the British forces Carleton Legion of 500 men, Regiment 200 men. The first battle, Carleton 200 men. So you could tell it's all British people. There's 1,050 people. Alright guys, I'm here and telling you this new, well, it's a house. I think it's because it's the author of the book that they wrote about this battle here. Which the reason why this battle is so important, they call it was the turning point of the American Revolution War. And this is called Robert Stagg's house. Robert Staggs married Catherine Conley in 1828. His father, Richard Scruggs, gave him 200 acres of land. They had 11 children and added onto the house as his family grew. That life at the time was hard. Young farmers raised corn, wheat, potatoes, and livestock, while their wives tended to the house or task, spinning wool into yarn, rendering animal fat into soap, and maintaining a vegetable garden. But I read somewhere that this was a author of some kind of book, but apparently this was nothing to it. But that's Robert Stagg's house. And I'm just going to walk you up to it and get a little closer view of it. There's also, you can park here and walk up to it. There's another plaque, we can walk to it here in a minute. So I just thought we can walk up here to this house, let you see a closer look at it. Door's locked. It's a tiny house for 11 people, I mean. But apparently it had just the kitchen and stuff downstairs. And and both doors are locked. Look at it. There's some kind of concrete slab, but I don't know what it is. It just looks like a concrete slab. But yeah, apparently he owned 200 acres of this land here, which was the battlefield of Cowpens. And I guess they just wanted to dedicate this land to whatever, to get them to preserve it as the battlefield. Must be a solar panel there. But this path right here, this whole road, I guess that's where Talbot's army comes from, Tarleton. Let's see what this plaque says. See, I'm walking up to it. Okay. A most dreary appearance. In 1849, a journalist, historian, Benson Lawson traveled to the Strokes farm seeking information about the Cowpens battle. Using the house as a point of reference, he located fields within a quarter mile of Strokes, where the battle raged more than half a century before. Journalist Lawson noted that the battlefield presented a most dreary appearance. Axe and plow had turned an open hardwood forest into stumps and pine thickets and cornfields. There you go. Well, guys, I made it to another plaque from the Strokes house, and this one's about the British Army. British Commander Lieutenant Colonel Foster Tarleton ordered a detachment of cavalry to scatter the American skirmishers. The green uniformed British Legion, American loyal to the king, awaited the order to advance. And once again, that's how it is. There's the sharpshooters here. And what they did, they fired first, then they retreated back, and all these fired against them. They retreated back, and we formed up here, and then all of them, and then trapped them like that. There you go. Here you guys, there's another plaque one with the glass on top, but it's not really clear. But it's called the Form the Line of Battle. Today's Tarleton's force would be called a Combined Arms Task Force. It contained all the elements to conduct a quick movement and engage the enemy ranks of red-coated Brazils, regulars, and raw recruits of the 17th Regiment formed in this immediate area. Wetlands impeded the maneuvers of the 7th and iterated the battle before they were completely deployed. And there's another picture of the battle. Alright, I got another plaque, and this one's called the Skirmish Retreat, British Advance. After firing as ordered, the American skirmishers melted back to the second line of defense. Seeking this, the British troops moved forward at quick step, raising a great shout as they advanced. And that's what they look like. And once again, this plaque is all, because I didn't need to refix it. But there you go. Okay guys, I made it to another plaque, and it's called the Race for the Grasshopper. Near the end of the battle, as the Americans swept toward the two Continental officers shot to capture the enemy's light 3-pound Grasshopper cannons. Captain Anderson of Maryland won the race when he used his platoon to vault forward unto one of the Grasshoppers. Captain Kirtland of Delaware captured the other one. So yeah, that's what a grasshopper will look like, but it's actually a cut off of a cannon, but still. Yeah. That's what they look like in the paint. Alright guys, I made it to another plaque, but the shadow of these trees are making it kind of look weird, but it is called Colonel Howard's Misunderstood Order. It starts that the paragraph starts, after firing twice, the militia retreated behind the Continentals, who were awaiting the British advance in this area. British reinforcements, Fraser's 71st Highlanders, threatened the Continentals' right flank. Lieutenant Colonel Howard ordered his right flank to turn to face them. His center and left flank misunderstood and began an orderly retreat. Sensing victory, the British broke ranks and surged forward. Morgan orders the Continentals to face about and fire at close range. While recruits of the British 7th Regiment panicked and fell back, the Highlanders, still coming like a mob, were repulsed. The stage was set for entrapment, annihilation, and an American victory. Well, guys, the battle must have lasted right there. The battle must have ended right in this area, y'all. Alright guys, I made it to another plaque, and here's the history on this one. It's on this field the Continentals blunted the British advance, then charged the bayonets flashing. Cavalry hit the left and right of the 71st, and the militia reformed and surged against the right and left. British troops found themselves overwhelmed and surrounded. Morgan had executed a double envelopment. In less than an hour, the crucial Battle of Cowpens had been decided. The classic use of the military tactic of double envelopment took place at the Battle of Caen in the southern Italy in 216 BC. Their soldiers, under the command of Hannibal, surrounded and crushed a much larger, superior Roman army. And this plaque here, once again, is called double envelopment. Alright guys, I made it to another plaque. You can see these. Let me show you something. These red lines are the British. All these red lines that go all the way up to Yorktown and North Carolina. And then these blue lines, the dotted blue lines, is Morgan's. And then these bold blue lines are green. But this is right here is called the Race to Dan River. General Morgan's army secured a great victory on the field before you. Our loss was inconsiderable, not having more than 12 killed and 60 wounded. The enemy's loss was 2 commissioned officers and took over 100 rank and 5 killed and 200 wounded, 29 commissioned officers, and about 500 privates prisoners which fell into our hands, with 2 pieces of artillery, 2 standards, 800 muskets, and 1 traveling forge, 35 baggage wagons, with 70 African Americans, and upward of 100 dragon horses with all their music. General Morgan to General Greene, January 19th, 1781, report of the Battle of Cowpens. From here, the army moved into North Carolina, where he dismissed the militia. The remainder of the army hurried to the Dan River in Virginia before the British could overtake and recapture the prisoners. Hey guys, thank you so much. If you wanted, this is my first time ever being here, so I was kind of nervous about doing this whole thing, but this is a lot of history here. So if you ever want to come here, this is right up here in Gaffney. It's called the Cowpens, the Battle of Cowpens, and it's a lot of history in it. But it's only like 6 miles away, to be honest with you. But this whole park is the actual battlefield, and apparently we just learned that there was 2 mass graves. But anyways, if you like this video, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and please hit that like button too. And also comment. All of it's fine. Thank you.